Hello and welcome to the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast with Jeremiah Jennings. While still in his early 20s, Jeremiah already runs a successful six-figure lawn maintenance company. Listen in as he and his guests share the things that have brought them success that can help you in your business. As a young entrepreneur in the green industry, Jeremiah emphasizes the tips and tricks involved in running a lawn maintenance business while discussing the principles applying to all small businesses. If you're wanting to grow, become profitable and professional, you're in the right place. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green Podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I'm very, very excited to be coming to you today with a brand new show and a brand new series that we're going to be calling Marriage Mondays. If you don't know really much about the show or anything of the past, I am Jeremiah Jennings. I have a lawn maintenance company here in Birmingham, Alabama, and we have done this podcast for almost a year now, and we're coming up on a year probably next week. We got about 100 episodes out, not quite, we're almost there. And if you want to go back and check any of those out, we talk about a lot of leadership, entrepreneurship, business principles along the way. We interview a lot of great guests and discuss their businesses and the things that they've struggled with and had challenges along the way. So there's so much value packed in from those last episodes, and just the journey that we've had to get to this point now where we're sitting at almost 100 episodes, which is just really, really crazy. But what we're going to start doing on this Monday edition of the show is this is going to be a new thing called Marriage Mondays. And I don't really know anybody in our industry or really many other podcasts who talk about marriage and business. And it's all connected. So before we get any further, I do want to bring in the new co-host of this Monday show, my beautiful wife, Savannah. She's been a guest on the show many, many times up to this point. But she's not going to be the co-host of this Monday show. So how are you doing today, and are you excited for this?
I'm good. Yes, very excited.
Very tired. We've had a long day today, doing this thing late night. Just like all you guys out there who are crushing it in your businesses and sending out late night quotes and getting all the stuff done that you got to get done, but still trying to spend time with friends and family, and just got a lot to do. And as you can hear, I think you might hear the dog in the background squeaking the toy through this. I don't even know. I think we got the dogs dialed down. I don't know. This is most of the time when I do podcasts in my office, Savannah can kind of take the dogs and take them in their toys in the other room and play with them. But now that we're both in here, they have to entertain themselves. So I don't think you hear any more out of them. But hey, this is real life. This is not we try to do the best we can here on the show, but it's not a professional. We don't have a big studio with soundproof walls or anything like that. We're just two young married people who are running a company together, and just a lot of crazy things going on. Two dogs, both puppies essentially. One's 2, so she's kind of coming out of the puppy phase, but the other one's 6 months. And a lot going on there. They're crazy. We got a newborn on the way.
Yes.
So how far along are we now?
27 weeks.
27 weeks today, right?
Yeah, today.
Yep. So crazy times, very, very exciting times. This is going to be... It's just a crazy time in life. I really didn't know if we would ever get here. I remember thinking before we got married, like, am I ever going to get married? Or am I going to have kids one day? And now we're like going through all this together. It's a really crazy, crazy, crazy life. But I know a lot of you guys out there are married, and a lot of you have families and children and everything along the lines there. And so what we want this Marriage Monday to be is a place where we can come on here once a week and just talk about specifics when it comes to running a business and being married at the same time. And what comes along with that is a lot of different things, a lot of trials, a lot of benefits. There's a lot of added benefits for sure, but the thing that needs to be talked about is the downfalls. And I don't know if downfalls is the right word, but the trials along the way and the struggles, and we will talk about the benefits and the good parts. But what we're going to do is every Monday, hopefully, we're going to try to stick to schedule. Like we said,
yeah,
I mean,
goal.
27 weeks pregnant, crazy. I mean, life is crazy right now, but we're going to be as consistent as we can for sure. But what we want to do is every Monday, we want to come on here and we want to we're going to either take a topic in marriage and business that we're going to take specifically and dive into, and we're going to go through the things that how we have kind of coped with those things and worked through those areas and things like that. We're going to do that, or we're either going to interview couples, business owners who have ran a business or running a business together and are married. And I want to get a lot of different people's opinions and views on how they run their company successfully and keep a successful marriage. If you want to hear a great episode, go back, 30 episodes maybe, to the Hype House when we interviewed Caleb and Brittany Allman, and that was a great episode. I don't remember the number for sure. I might put it in the show notes if I can find it, but that's one of our best shows to date, and it was very, very, very well responded to because people enjoy that. And I know a lot of you out there listening, a lot of you that support us and our family and the podcast is you want to hear more on that because I know I do. I mean, we haven't really found anything that talks about how to run a business and be married at the same time. We're kind of navigating these uncharted waters together. Mm-hmm. And what we want to always hit on and talk about is the fact that even if your spouse doesn't work in the business with you every single day, they might have a career outside of the business like we do. Savannah has a career outside of my business. You still run the business together because she still goes through everything that I go through. She sees it all. Even if she doesn't personally go through it, she sees me go through it. So it affects our marriage and it affects our home life like that. And I'm just excited to get to kind of maybe be a leader and kind of be a pioneer in this thing of trying to help you out. And we're not going to give all the answers or answer all the questions by any means because we've been married for 2 years and we're 22 and 24. Like it's not,
right.
We haven't been married for 30 years. We don't know all the tricks and secrets and the best things that you can do to have a successful marriage. We're going to we're going to talk about and give examples of things that we've done, I guess you could say, and that have been successful for us. And we expect our marriage to grow through this. We're kind of using this as a therapy session for us almost to get on here and talk about this stuff once a week. And just let people listen in because I think it can really affect them as great as it will affect us.
Yeah, for sure. And just to kind of open up the conversation. I mean, just to start having those conversations.
Yeah, I mean, I gave my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts about it? We haven't really we've talked about it, but not really in depth. What are your I don't know if we should be telling you this on the air, but this is just real life. Like, what are your goals with this? Where do you want to see this go?
With this, like
Marriage Mondays.
Well, I think one thing, other than just sharing things that we've gone through, which honestly, we talk about, well, we're going to share everything that we've done and what we haven't done and whatever, which isn't that much. I mean, it's been about 2 years.
We haven't gone through really any hard trials or anything like that. I think
this will just be a really good, just kind of open the floor, like get conversations going, and then hopefully get feedback from other people.
Yeah, for sure.
On things that we can do even to better our marriage. Just like, I don't know, I want to have a lot of transparency in having these conversations and things that we think are important to focus on, and also like get that feedback from other people. So really just like opening up the floor to start having these conversations and it be a more talked about thing.
Yeah, I think that one thing we will for sure do is we're going to go through topics that we know, and we've probably got, 6 to 8 weeks worth of material that we've already kind of decided that we want to go through and talk about, and points that I think that we can personally talk about some things on. But then after we get through those, we might come up with some other ones. But the thing that I want to really do is I want us to reach out to the community and post on Instagram or whatever, and whoever's listening to this episode, you can reach out and let me know. And let me know if you have topics that you want to hear discussed, because there's a few things that I know we're going to miss. I know there's a lot of things we're going to miss. There's a lot of things that, like I said, we're not going to be able to talk about because...
Well, and like there's something that like one of the biggest things we can't even talk about yet, like how to do this with kids.
With
like
kids, that's exactly what I was going to say.
And
yeah.
we don't have any experience there. I mean, we're getting there,
yeah.
but we're not there yet.
Yeah. But we're going to have to talk about those topics. That's the whole thing is like, I want to learn as we go into this new stage of parenthood and the things that go along with that. And so we're definitely going to reach out to the community, and we want feedback. We want interaction with all of you listening. If you think this is a good idea, let me know. If you think you're going to enjoy it, leave us a review or something. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, and let me know how we can make it better for you and for the listener, and how we can just, invest in your life and give into your marriage and make it something where you and your wife can both listen to this, and not just something where you listen to it out on the mower, but maybe when y'all are in the car going out to date night, you listen to this. And we just want to do the best we can to get back. So that's kind of a rundown of where we want to go with the show. I want to talk about, I'll skim over here. And the thing with these shows is I don't know really how long they're going to be yet. We're going to, like I said, we aren't 30 years into marriage. So we don't
Right.
have years and years of stories to
Wealth,
talk about
yeah.
thing and wealth of knowledge to talk about a lot of things. But we just want to be, I don't know, we just want to get it, like we said, get the conversation started and give any way we can. So some of these topics might be, and some of these shows might be 10 to 15 minutes, or they might be 30 minutes to an hour. We don't know. I think guest interviews are going to go a long time. I think they'll probably be 30 minutes to an hour. Some of these where we're just sitting here talking and we're kind of going through things. And I don't know. It always tends to go by really quickly when we get into
Yeah.
something. But I anticipate 20 to 30 minutes per episode. So they probably won't be as long as our other episodes on Wednesday and Friday when we talk about the business and the entrepreneurship part of things. But we're going to try to keep them where maybe if you are driving around, you still have some time to listen to them, going out to eat or whatever. We don't want to make them too terribly long. But what I want to do now is kind of just talk about a few things that we know we're going to talk about in the coming weeks. And these, I don't know what order or anything like that. We haven't even discussed that yet. But one thing, so I'm going to just name off a few points here. Sacrifice is one. There's a lot of sacrifice in marriage, and that's something that we have learned and seen and talked about, and we still go through. We're going through that stuff right now.
Yeah, I mean, we'll always go through that.
Yeah.
You always make sacrifices.
Always make sacrifices in marriage in general, and then throw running a business in there, you even make more sacrifices. So we're going to talk about sacrifice in marriage and how that plays into things. We're going to talk about time, the time that it takes, and the time that the business can take away from your marriage and from your family, and
Managing your time.
how to manage your time, and if it is taking away from your family, how to get your priorities straight, how to get back
Right.
to your family, and things like that. We're going to talk about finances. Finances is a huge one. I think that's going to
Yeah.
probably be one of the hottest topics we talk about is debt versus no debt, our money versus my money, and all the things that go along with that.
It's a big one.
It's a very, very big one. We're going to talk about finances. We're going to talk about communication. Communication is very tough. That's something that if you listen to any other episodes on our podcast, out of the last 100, I would probably say 30 to 40 out of those 100 at some point in those episodes we've talked about communication and how just important it is. Like if you don't communicate the right way in your marriage with your spouse, it's going to end up very, very badly.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of the foundation for all of the other things that we're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be able to communicate about all the things we're going to talk about.
Yeah, and communication might turn into be a couple week thing. And,
Yeah.
and honestly, when we get into it, we really start sitting down and thinking and studying and going through these things. We might be like, well, this is going to be multiple part series here, just talking about
Yeah.
communication, because it's like you say. I mean, you got to build the foundation before you can really start building up. So, communication might be something that we sit down and talk about. And I don't even know. I might have mentioned this earlier at the beginning of the show. But what we want to do is we want to talk about these specific topics, and instead of grazing over them. So when we have done episodes together, and we've talked about running a business together and being married and that type of stuff. We always graze over topics that come along and the problems that come along with marriage and things like that. But we don't really dive into how to defeat these things and how to cope with them, how to fix them. I don't know what the right word would be, how to deal with them.
Yeah. Not overcome them, but just like deal with them. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, because I mean, time and sacrifice is always going to be something that's in your marriage and your business. But we're going to really dive in specifically to each of these points. We're going to spend a whole episode or multiple episodes on these points to really talk about ways that we think we can help. And we want to get guidance from other people. We want to get guidance from other leaders and people that have been married longer than us. So,
Yeah.
a lot of potential. I think it can go very, very far. The last thing that I have written down is stress, and that's one. Stress, man, the stress that business adds to your marriage is just insane. Because it kind of piggybacks, and a lot of these things do piggyback off each other. But I still want to go in depth, and they might overlap sometimes. But I want to take each point and really talk about them for 15, 20, 30 minutes, however long we feel like is needed, and go from there. And kind of off that communication one, we also had trust. That was in there. Trust is a big one.
Yeah.
You gotta. I mean, Savannah has to put a lot of trust in me to spend our business money wisely. Like she doesn't really. She has access to it if she wants to, but she doesn't see the transactions going in and out every single day. Mm-hmm. So there could be some big problems there if she didn't trust me. It could end up very badly.
Yeah.
So things like that. But I mean, I think that's kind of the gist of where we want to go.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, those are just things that we've talked about that we want to talk about. And again, we might think of more and
Oh, I'm sure we
have
will.
more
We will definitely
along the way.
Yeah. And guest interviews
good
is going to be a
starting
big
point.
thing that I want to do in this series.
Yeah.
I mean, because once a week, I feel like we can do it. It's not that bad. We just want, I don't know. I say that. We got 2 other days a week to put out content, and putting it out 2 days is already enough, or is already hard. But adding a third day, it's a new challenge, but I'm excited for it. And I really think that the benefit that can come from this is very, very great.
Yeah.
So very, very excited for this. I don't want to keep rambling, but I just want to say that thank you to each and every one of you that listen in. And that's something we always want to talk about here on the show is how appreciative we are. And some of you maybe listened to the last episode where we talked about this. And if you're excited, like I said, let me know. Reach out on Instagram and tell me and give me your feedback, because like, and maybe your wife is listening. Like send this episode to your wife, and your wife has something. Feel free to Instagram message Savannah. I mean, we'll put her link.
Yeah. We'll
put her link in the show notes today, and y'all can go follow her or whatever. Like, she's there on there too. So if your wife has something that she needs to talk about, or questions to ask, or anything like that, Savannah's going to be on this show every Monday. Every time we do this show, Lord willing, she will be here. So she's going to be the new co-host on Mondays, and I'm very excited for that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a new journey for us.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Very different.
It is. This is not... It's kind of out of your comfort zone.
A little bit. Just something new.
Yeah.
But it's going to be good.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for us. I think it'll be good for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we want to keep growing the show, though. That's the thing is, we don't want to do, I mean, I'm very, very appreciative for those who do listen, but we don't want to put a cap on it. We want to keep growing, because I know there are thousands of other business owners who are married who need stuff to talk about and need advice when it comes to marriage and running a business together.
Yeah.
Even outside of the green industry. That's what, like, I don't want this podcast to be tied to the green industry anyway. From the beginning, I've said that. I want anybody listening in that runs a business to be able to relate to the things we talk about. But now, specifically for this Marriage Monday show, we want to really, really hit on that.
Yeah.
Share it with your friends outside of the green industry. If you have a friend that's a plumber that owns a business or anything like that, shoot him the link to the show and let him know, hey, we're doing this, because that organic growth really helps the podcast, because it will help Apple Podcasts promote us to bigger people and to more people, and so that's how we get the name out there and really, really grow. So that's kind of the rundown. Like I said, I don't want to sit on here and babble or ramble any longer. I just wanted to come on here this Monday. Like I said, short show today, 15 minutes. Just a little rundown of what we're doing and where we plan to go. Do you have anything else you want to leave us with? Anything else?
I don't think so. I feel like that was a pretty good intro. Give people a good idea of what Marriage Mondays will look like, at least for the next couple months or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll hit the ground running next week with our first topic.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it's going to be. What do you think we should do first? Well, communication. That's what we said, probably.
I feel like we should start out strong with that, because I feel like we'll refer back to it a lot, like in our other topics, and so we should. Y'all are just listening to us converse about what we should do.
That's real life, though.
Yeah,
no, I think that's good.
I feel like that's the best route to take.
Yeah, and I'm excited because, like, in 3 months, we're going to have a newborn here, hopefully. And so then we're going to get
Gosh.
I know, that's crazy. It's that close. But then we're going to get to kind of talk about the challenges that come along with that, and all the things of how we've coped with that and how we've dealt with it and moved forward. So it's going to be a lot of...
Might be some more of these late night shows.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm always up for a challenge. Always up for... the work you got to put in is worth the reward at the end of the day. And so
absolutely,
if we can help anybody out there, that's what we're for. Like we don't make money on this show. I'm just doing this for the fun of it, because we want to invest into your life, and because people have given back so much for me, and like has helped me in my marriage and my business, and just even outside of the podcast community, just people in my community, like my real life community from church, my parents, everything along with that have helped me so much. So we want to give back what little bit we can, and just what little bit of advice any way we can across the next little bit. Who knows where it's going to go? I don't know. This could turn into something great. It could flop in 3 months. I don't know.
We'll see.
But we'll see. If y'all do your jobs and share the show and listen in and grow us organically, then we'll keep at it and we'll keep going. But without any further ado, we're going to wrap this one up. A nice 17, 18-minute show here. Just to give you a little rundown. This is it. A little bit. Yeah, get your feet wet, and this is it. We're not going to keep on rambling. I've said that like 3 times now, and
Yeah.
I've kept on rambling.
Rambling about
So,
rambling.
so it's late. It's time for us to go to bed. We got a lot of work to do this week, but we will see y'all here next Monday for the new show of Marriage Monday. If you would like it, give us a thumbs up here. You can DM us, ask us any questions you want. If you have any suggestions of guests to bring on the show or topics you want to hear discussed, DM us to let us know, and we would really, really appreciate it. So, without any further ado, you'll see us next week on Monday for a new show of Marriage Monday.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green Landscapes podcast. We know you have many other podcast options to choose from, and don't take it for granted that you chose to spend some time with us today. You can connect with Jeremiah Jennings at Growing Green Landscapes on Instagram or use the link in the show description. Don't forget to smash the follow button on the podcast and leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. We hope you crush it in your business and hope to catch you on our next episode.